Hunger in America is not the result of the lack of food. It's the result of not using the food we already have. Here's a solution. We have all heard of community food drives that request for jars, cans, and boxes of food for the needy in the community. We've also been told, no fresh food. Why is this? The American Food Bank Network can't handle food with a short shelf life, so food banks that collect food for 33,500 food pantries across America simply provide processed food. This means that people across America who rely on a food pantry to feed their families rarely, if ever, get fresh food. The impact is skyrocketing childhood obesity and type 2 diabetes. It also means our kids grow up without learning to enjoy fresh foods and vegetables. The other side of this problem is that tens of millions of growers nationwide who have harvested too much fresh food, people living in the same community where the food pantry itself is, throw that food away. This adds to the waste stream twice, once when the fresh food is thrown away, and once again when the jars, cans, and boxes of the processed food, which was purchased by the pantry, is also thrown away. We have missed the opportunity to use the food we have, and we've paid the price for that waste twice. The aha moment came in March of 2009. What if the fresh food people had been told they couldn't donate simply bypassed the food bank network choke point and went directly to a local food pantry? What if helping your neighbor in need took place entirely within the neighborhood, your neighborhood? For the first time, America's food pantries could tell the community that they needed help, and millions of growers could now find a previously unknown local food pantry eager for their excess food. And for the first time, millions of Americans could take food freshly harvested at the peak of ripeness to a local food pantry, and this food could then be distributed to the hungry families hours later. A simple yet sustainable solution, for once the grower knew that the nearby food pantry existed and that they needed the community's help, a lifelong relationship would develop between the growers with the desire to do good and the desperate need for that good. This innovation, using the internet to open a supply channel of fresh food to a nearby food pantry, did not involve creating anything new, only bridging the excess supply to the demand. Logistics are local and fully distributed. The opportunity for pantries to talk to growers created a market efficiency never before seen in the American food safety net, and millions of growers, now able to reach into their backyards instead of their back pockets to help their neighbors in need, would experience a behavioral change, one that would last for the rest of their gardening life. The idea is to move information instead of moving food, a smart move because the food's already freely available in the community. And for the first time, pantries don't have to worry about needing additional space or refrigeration for the food. All of the reasons to not accept and distribute food have vanished. The impact of this simple idea spans three areas: community hunger, the environment, and even local taxes. And in the long run, America's staggering healthcare costs will be lowered as a result. You may be used to hearing about how many pounds of food a food program provides. AmpleHarvest.org doesn't feed people. We get people fed. A better way to look at our impact is to imagine how many growers live within a 20-minute drive of a food pantry, a circle of about 250 square miles. That is the impact of AmpleHarvest.org, bridging these growers to that food pantry. This is a quick look at where AmpleHarvest.org started at. And this is where we are today. About 1 out of every 5 food pantries in America, each now accessible to the growers in the community. We still have a lot of work ahead of us. The other 4 out of 5 food pantries remain invisible. We need your help to fix that. These are food donations from backyard gardeners and community gardeners and farmers that were donated to food pantries all across America. What makes AmpleHarvest.org's model so extraordinary? It's simple, it's efficient, it's universal, and it addresses America's pressing needs. Additionally, it's very low cost. It works on a budget that's a fraction of any other national program. It's sustainable. It's very well positioned to solve the problem and go home. And lastly, it feels right. Join us as we fight childhood obesity, type 2 diabetes, food waste, and hunger. Your $100 donation helps to provide for the small staff and technology we need, but more importantly, it helps to create a healthier America and a more efficient food system. Instead of repeatedly buying food just to feed people, we connect the fresh food already in the community to a nearby food pantry to make it available to those with the least access to it. Jamie Oliver, First Lady Michelle Obama, and Michael Pollan all encourage healthier eating. But for the millions of Americans who don't have access to it, AmpleHarvest.org is enabling what they advocate. Please support our work. Thank you.